Guys, today we're playing Stanley Parable. I'm Mara.
I'm Craig.
and this is Club Gaming. Let's play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So I'm thinking the first ending we're gonna get is the ending.
This is a story of a man named Stanley.
Shush now,
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's a great game. It's really good. We've got the deluxe version.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Probably because he's insane.
This job. And Stanley was happy.
Until taxes.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
This is the ending racing.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? No. He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Well, we got one ending. Let's go.
First ending. So what we're trying to do is get as many endings as we can in an hour. So let's go. Let's go for the
what could it mean?
Standard ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Will we win? Speed running. And we even might get the thingy.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No going to the front closet. It's so hard for me not to go in.
To his boss's office.
Actually, that was this way. Go to the bathroom, but they have no minifigs. Oops.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not
Give
an
me the code,
indication
please.
of any human life.
So I don't know it.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Boom. Go down the elevator quickly, please. Mm.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Hurry.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Just run. You gotta get the ending.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Boom.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
We're going round and round him.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
If he was blind, he wouldn't be able to see things, so he must have needed glasses.
There was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
We saved the world.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won!
Let's
he had
go!
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense doors
And then he can try a cup of
Stanley
tea.
reflected
Let's
on how many
go.
puzzles still lay unsolved.
Who cares?
Where
Not
had his
me.
co-workers gone?
Dead. They probably
Been freed
died.
from the machine's grasp. What
Genius
other
brain.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Alright, do two
Whatever
steps.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was happy. The end. Oh, we got that ending. Now we're gonna do the ending where you turn it on. I'm guessing. Or do we want to do the new content?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
One of the
mean?
ones before we get to
Stanley
the two
decided
doors,
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
dropping
he
out
had
the window.
simply missed a memo.
Did you do the window?
Hello?
I wanna learn. I
No
think
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
So you gotta
trace
go
of his
upstairs. It's 434.
co-workers.
433. That's 434.
4, 3,
Next room, right?
bingo.
No, that's 424. 434.
Huh? 3, 4, 3, 4. Found it.
That's the 6. Finish the check.
Please, sword. Oh, how do you do it now?
Put that down. And just keep walking forward to the. There you go.
What's there?
Ah! We did
At
it!
first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map,
Yeah.
until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think?
It's
Isn't
good.
this a fun and unique
It's
place to
bright.
be?
It's
Why don't we
very.
take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No. Uh, what do I say?
Uh, there's 2 different endings depending on which one you pick, so.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want. Like
Lol.
right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible
Lol.
and see how long you can
We're gonna
maintain.
see how long. Oh.
There once was a man named Stanley, whom people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Lol.
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Awesome.
He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite
This is
terrible.
amazing. I will
And if you
never
are not
leave.
strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
That was good. Amazing. I will clap for you. Virtual clapping, because that was absolutely amazing. That was funny. He's a good singer. So, wait, was that rhyme or something? I don't know. I'm guessing rhyme. Do I leave now? But I'm not. I like it. I'm not leaving. I don't care if I lose time. Ding. You made it joyful. Is it just gonna carry on? Yes. I guess we gotta carry on. He's gonna rage at me. Well, we've pushed through the song. Okay, what's the next ending?
Well, we could do
All
that
of
and
his
then try
co-workers were
no, see what
gone.
happens.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Through the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
Yeah, we know.
until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Yum.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Not really. Da-na-na-na.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
Yes.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back
I've
here
already
just
done
to
that
the other
option, narrator.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
No.
How long will you spend in total
I've heard this
just to have heard all the narration? Oh,
Here's the
this is
songs.
rich. Perhaps you just played the other option, and
Yeah.
now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Yeah, that's why.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
Oh.
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
me
Indeed,
think.
you are one of the lucky ones. Though
Yay.
if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not.
I like
In
both.
fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
No, I prefer
I've
saying
brought up the other
yes.
options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here,
come
continue
back
with
later.
the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, go now.
Let's go.
Oh, well, that was a boring ending. I don't like that.
I don't know. I thought his commentary was quite funny.
It was funny, but kind of boring. I preferred. Oh,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
no.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So
Perhaps
now
when
we're gonna go
Stanley
in the
came to a
broom
set of two
closet
open doors,
because
he
it's
entered the door
fun
on his left.
and it gets him annoyed. So I just do 360s. Yeah. Is this where the broom closet is?
Yet there was not a single person here
So because
either.
I miss it.
Feeling a wave
I'm-
of disbelief,
Broom closet.
Stanley decided to
Here
go
we
up to his
come. Let's
boss's
go.
office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Wait, I can't crouch. How do you crouch? I forgot how to crouch. Pedro.
There was nothing here.
No,
No choice to make, no path to follow, just
You
an
don't
empty broom
see
closet.
me.
No reason
I'm-
to still be here.
It's my party closet. It's my dance closet. Where I have my dance breaks and dance parties.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I'm not
He
sitting,
wasn't
I'm
even doing
dance.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
What I'm
As it
doing?
is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Dance. Gosh, and
Are you really still in the broom?
yes, I'm still.
Standing around doing nothing?
Well,
Why?
I'm spinning
Please
around.
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Dancing. It's my dancing closet. You don't understand, narrator. It's my dance closet. It's where I have my dance things.
Right?
I don't.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this
Well, I'm
closet
curious.
is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
To me, it is.
I never would have thought to mention it.
It's gonna get funny. So I'm staying in.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yes.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I
XD.
hope your friends find this concerning.
We'll see, because this is getting recorded.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
Hey.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
We're gonna have to,
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to the broom closet,
what?
explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your
Yeah,
central
we're gonna
nervous
have
system,
to.
and you collapsed in front of your
We
screen.
might have to.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible
Oof.
thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have
Oof.
fallen prey to any
I
number
die.
of countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Right, I'm gonna do this, and then. Is that how you do it?
Ah, second player. You too.
Hehe.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of immigrants.
Lol.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the
Fungus
details.
doesn't
I'm
have
not
any
particularly
hands.
picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
3, 2, 1, 360. I'm just gonna say 60. Okay. But I guess we kind of got it, but the Broncos ending isn't fully. But we got part of it. Good part. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now we're gonna get the new ending, where you just where you turn it on. I mean.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
Was it
again
2845?
stunned to
I'm gonna
discover
guess.
not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't
It ain't
healthy, so he
anxiety.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I ain't going. I'm just like trying to. I was like, she ain't come. Yeah. Let me in. Alright, I've only got an hour to get
Feeling
things.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
Calmly? Is this calmly? A little. Gosh. I wasn't even at the door. And then we'll get the up and down ending after we get the turn on this TV.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Good. Boom.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, is it dark? Yes. Crouch. I'm so slow, catching.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Right,
nature
let's-
revealed.
what
Each bore
is-
the number of an employee in
427.
Stanley's coworkers.
427.
The lives of so
It's
many
got
individuals
me.
reduced to images
I'm
on a
so
screen.
sweetie. I'm
Stanley,
slabby.
one of them,
Let's go.
eternally
Woo.
monitored in this place.
I am a
where
slab.
freedom meant nothing.
Tabba-dee-ba. Oh, one got fired. I wonder where he went. They disappeared. Well, one jumped out the window. One died. Anyway, let's carry on. We're walking backward. I'm back with me, backo.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused
We know
to believe
this.
it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and
Let's
commanded
turn
from
on the
this very
controls,
place.
turn on
As
the
the cold
controls.
reality of his
Let's
past
turn
began to
on the
sink in,
controls.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls,
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand,
I'm already
there's
out. I'm
only
already
so much that
speeding.
machine can do. You were supposed to
Right
let
now,
it
I
go.
escape.
Turn the controls off and leave.
Escape.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh,
I'm
God.
afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do, for example, and I believe you'll find this
Oh, God.
pertinent.
Soda.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated
wait
without
a
proper
day.
DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire
Come in. Let me
complex.
deceive the console.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
Your
I
3
barely
attempts
know
may
where to
remain.
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
No,
Oh,
I didn't even
good
say
Lord.
that.
You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Congrats. Oh my
swallowing
God.
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
This is the only time I'm thanking you.
Additional seconds.
Thank you. I needed that. Think. Is there a way I can leave?
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? Look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Anything, something here will save me.
Lol.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Well, in some...
Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Lol.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Wait, can I just jump off?
Here's a spoiler.
Can I just jump? No, I
That timer
can't.
isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Oh God.
It's just seconds ticking away.
I'll look at that so I can't
You're only
see.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
This
To
is
see
better
you
now.
made humble.
Boom.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Well, this
You
is
wanted
challenge
to
to my...
control this world, that's fine.
I just wanted
But
to
I'm
make
going
my
to
own
destroy you
army.
first,
So I
you
can
can't.
help the world.
Take a look at the
You know
clock,
when I'm...
That's 30 seconds you have left. 30
Yup.
seconds until a big boom and then
Nope, nope, nope,
No
nope.
enemy, just two big blown doors. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it
I'm just gonna say none.
It's all
Okay, I think I'll be fine.
all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment
Just
you
crouch.
begin until the moment I say happily ever after.
Well, I died. Twice. Agabana.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This
New
is
dialogue.
great, he thought
Let's
to
go.
himself. This is what
Swear,
I
what
wanted all
ending do I
along.
want?
I got what I
New
wanted.
content. New content.
No, after new content, there's more endings to do.
Oh yeah, right. What's in the
When
next
Stanley
ending?
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You can go do the right door stuff.
The right door. The wrong door.
Yeah.
I
This
know how
was
to.
not the correct way to the meeting
We
room,
know.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Stanley
just
knows
to
he's not
admire
going where
it.
he's supposed to.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
I'm
really
a
been
rebel
that eager to
swimmer.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he
Gonna go
detoured
this
through the
way.
maintenance
Where?
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
Maybe.
and got back on
I
track.
guess we can't do that ending. That's a long ending. Oh, I have to reset it. Wait. Oh, like restart. Hello? Begin the game again. Gotta do it again. Again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay, that's funny. I'll be back, new content. One day I'll be back to see
When
you.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Not
it.
really.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful... Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're gonna get the big baby ending.
Stanley was so bad at following
Well, part
directions,
of
it's
that.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can
Let's
be
not
difficult,
die
but the
this
fact is that
time.
the story has
3,
been
2,
about
1.
nothing.
Oh, we did it. Let's
I
go.
was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Probably just the
I don't know how
narrator.
to
That's
convince you
all
of this, but
I probably
really
won't listen
do want
to.
to help
Just
you,
the
to show
narrator.
you something beautiful.
No
Let me
buckets.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
One of them.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the
Through
red
the
door.
blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door. I'm blind.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
I can't
walked
see
through the
colors.
red door.
Boom.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I don't care. I don't care about the
See,
narrator.
there's nothing
Sorry.
here. I
Sorry,
haven't even finished
narrator,
loading the
but I don't
sections for
really
that,
care
because you were
about
never
you.
supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
Oops.
developer
Okay.
textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires
I
of
want
yours.
guns
What would have
and
made this game better?
lightsabers.
What did you want to see? Vehicles?
And
Skill
vehicles,
trees?
yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Do you know what?
There we go. A third option. This
I like
already
the door.
feels
The
leaps
door
ahead
is
of
really
where we were
good.
before.
Very
Go
cool.
ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Very bright, but very lucky.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
I can.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And
This
to be
is what.
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Teleportation. Yay, the steam terrible. Yes. Yeah. Through this door, let's go.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new
This is
game
what
I've
I
been
don't.
working on.
I'm
And
gonna
now
get.
would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Beep, boop, beep, beep, bop, 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 bop,
In
beep.
this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Danger.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of
This
endlessly
is definitely
confronting
a
the demands of
5-star.
family life.
5
I
stars.
think
I
the
would
art
have
world
the baby
will
burn
really
for
take
life.
notice. But of course, the message of the game only
Baby,
becomes clear
you're
once
gonna
you've
get
been playing it for
roasted.
about 4 hours. So why
There's
don't
the
you give it
roasting.
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your
Okay.
experience.
Hey.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you
The
hate
baby
babies
was
or purely to spite me?
roasted.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Let's
I'm completely out of
go.
ideas. I can't think of a single
And
thing that
Marcus
might
10,
improve the experience for me.
absolutely
I'm not even going
amazing.
to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
It's
It's
just
over.
because I wanted the
Thank
baby
you
to
for playing.
burn.
Your
I
input is
like this.
extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I hope we get lost here. Want to go. Free vibes. I like it.
No, it can't be.
I'm gonna go a different direction.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No, I was so close.
Goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I'm hiding so he won't. He's not gonna find me in the bush.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, I got teleported in from Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
You use the cars.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Not
Stanley,
really, but
I
oh
think
well.
it's sports ball.
You
Oh, what fun.
some.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yes.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, there it is. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na. So bad. I'm so bad at dribbling. I'm so bad at...
Are you doing it? Are you winning?
Yeah, I'm not
Is this
winning,
fun?
but it's fun.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought.
Yeah.
And I realize I'm not a sportologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls make for an even more
This is the
euphoric
only
sports
time I'm
experience.
agreeing
I
with
think
you.
we tried out.
I'm gonna
Here
get the
comes
ball.
another ball.
Goalie. Is it my first goal? Come on.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Come on.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Yes.
More balls.
Let's go. Dinner. Let's go. That sounds so long. Yes. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Crouch, crouch. Da-na-na-na. Boom.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Having fun? Is this a real video game?
Did she get high?
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Oh no.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley.
I'm so
Besides,
fast.
you need someone like me to set boundaries for
I
you.
don't need
Without
boundaries
rules or
in the
Video
game.
games are nothing. Yes,
I don't
that's
need
what I
games
am.
in the
I'm
game.
structure.
I don't
I'm
need-
your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now
That's
I don't
because-
want to play with you either. So goodbye,
Fine.
Stanley.
Bye.
I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set
Yes.
rules. Somehow,
Freedom,
I don't think
let's
you'll
go.
enjoy it as much.
No, I'm definitely
You're
gonna.
an inventive kid. You'll come up with something.
I know
After all,
the-
you're the one who knows best.
Yes.
Take care, Stanley.
Bye. Bye bye. I'm just gonna go glitchy. Run. So I wonder what's under there.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm glitching. Wait, how did you come back? You came.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow
You don't need me. I thought you left. I thought you left. Narrator. Bye. Freedom. Rolling. Begin. That one. Oh, I need you. I don't need the narrator. I can explore. No, I'm free. He'd not know what mistake he was making. Whoa. It's so weird looking. I can see the light. I can so How fast can I click? How fast can I click? Wait, how fast can I click? How fast can the word be click? How fast can the click? How fast can I click? How fast can I click? Yoo-hoo!
Anything else you think?
No. See, I have my keyboard with me. That's creepy.
You're getting that wrong.
No. And I don't want to go in. Ba-da-da-da-na-na. Oh, no,
I
it's gonna
wonder
be.
what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
I
And
am.
will
I'm
he learn the heavy
exploring.
cost that comes with it? He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. The end. The end. The end. The. What other
All of his
endings?
co-workers were gone.
Well,
What
we've
could
done
it
the
mean?
big baby
Stanley decided
endings.
to go to the meeting room.
Shall we
Perhaps he
do
had simply
the
misremembered.
weird ending? We'll do that first. I'm sorry, new content. Goodbye.
When Stanley came to a set of
Anyways,
2 open doors,
no, we
he
go
entered this
wrong.
was not the correct
The
way to the
correct way
meeting
to the
room,
meeting
and Stanley knew
room.
it perfectly
But I
well.
think going to
Perhaps he
do.
wanted to
You
stop
know
by
what?
the employee
We're going
lounge
to go
first,
with
just to admire it.
my.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Work of art.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
So we go to the fun ending, but we can
Enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Hurry up, cargo
It's
left.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Maybe 3 endings.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Not at all.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem
I'm just
yourself.
gonna
To put your work aside.
But I'm gonna get
To let
the
her
both
back
of the
into
endings.
your
The one where
life.
you call
She's been
and
waiting.
answer the phone, but then the one where you unplug it. I'm getting the
That's
unplug
it,
one.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Well,
To reach out to her. If you can
unplug it.
truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
It's not allowing me. I'm not picking
Maybe
it.
that's the phone ending.
Um,
That's the phone.
Come on, it normally would work. Wait. Fine, launch the phone. Did I know it's all fake?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the
Stuff.
bread out of the oven.
Thank you.
All right.
Yum.
Okay, there we go.
I'm stuck.
All right, now,
I can't move.
come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh. I was confused.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Back
They
of
want to
them.
commit their
I
life
was
to
confused,
you.
like, why can't I
I'm trying to
move?
make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come
What?
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
It's weird. No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Yum.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
And how watch
First,
TV?
he
Watch
imagined that
TV.
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Victory.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button,
I'm not doing it.
do it. You see, can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Don't question it. Question. There's gotta be an ending where you don't press up that button. 6, 4, 3, 2.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I die. Oh God. What's the other endings?
Now, right, let's have a look.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
There's another ending which is up here.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What was the ending?
Going here.
Okay, I think we all...
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Ooh, it's a new door.
No, it isn't.
Oh, the toilet.
You see what I'm trying to do?
Ooh. Nope, no. Let's try downstairs. Let's see.
Oh, you get the key.
Yeah. This door is also closed. Oh my. Why?
Down, go down. Okay.
Steady. Run. 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 Run.
Good morning. Good morning. You got stuck again. What? Go creepy.
That's interesting.
Oh my god. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm getting here. It's getting too creepy.
It's in there.
No, these are just I'm just stuck in this room. Maybe try going backwards.
Oh, I know what's up. Let's try it. Sheep down here. The sheep are through here. If in doubt, go hide in your office.
What is this thing?
Everything has gone wrong. You go just hide in the office. None of this is happening. It's all good. Oh, baby. Yeah, let's go through here. It's in here. You are now leaving. Ooh, what we're leaving? Escape pod bay, floor 760.
This is turning into a horror game.
You go up here.
There's no narrating. I need the narrator to make it funny.
755. Yeah, it's not scary. 755. 756. Come on. 757. It'd be so much easier if we could just take the lift. It'd say 760. No.
Last one, 760.
No.
Which one to find the narrator?
I don't know. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. That's it, is it? Can I remove it? I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Oh, well, that was interesting.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Accidentally let
responsibility?
myself in. Oh no. Right, let's scoop that there.